yards, but no more than that. Second down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side, sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Play action. It's Herbert. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Now it's Herbert. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Herbert. This is Smith with a grab. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback or running back. Usually quarterback.
Against him.
A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Herbert off of play action. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. There was a loss of a unit, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Here's Herbert. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 15-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert. That is caught at the 7-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Herbert on 3rd down now. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on 3rd down, in particular not letting 3rd and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on 1st and 2nd down as well to get to 3rd and manageable and make them able to pick up those.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Justin Herbert, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Eagles have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Quickly out wide, this is Watson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to run it.
A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. On the sneak, Rodgers, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Aaron Rodgers scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Packers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on the first 2 throws. And from the point up, they're trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career. And that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that. And even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
This defense for the Packers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Rodgers. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, Rodgers. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The Packers at 11-5 on the year, and they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And again, it's Rodgers. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. An inside give to Jones. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Eagles 21, Packers 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. He'll get that one complete to Connor. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Up the middle, Jones. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 97 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On play action, Rodgers. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
26.
To throw is Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Herbert. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 24. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Packers 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Their own 18-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd and inches, Rodgers, and oh, he coughed it up, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. CD, that's the 2nd time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game, so you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that is incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Herbert. He's got Smith here. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Brian Burns picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Now this throw caught left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. A give to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Rodgers. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brian Burns able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is it. sack of the afternoon. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Hey, you block over here.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Watson has it right side. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Airing it out deep for Smith. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44. They're still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be...
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second-half blowout material. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. He's got a man. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Herbert. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Herbert now. Throwing for his running. And he loses the football a second time. And the Packers pick it up. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Extra point by Patterson, looking good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly. The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. This is Smith with a grab. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Another great throw there, and we talked about him when he broke the single-season record. But that last completion, CD, that puts him over 6,000 yards passing on the season. Just unheard of.
Brandon, there was a time not long ago when 3,000 yards was the gold standard for quarterbacks. He's doubled that. If more people come along like him and hit that type of a number, if you throw for 3,000 yards, you're in danger of losing your job.
Herbert's throw there taken in by Smith. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And some room to maneuver. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. With now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Here's Jones again on second down. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
107 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
That's taken in by Watson.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
Got a man. It's Tunyon. On the move past the 40. Down the sideline he goes.
A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Eagles will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Taking it right down Broadway. 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 88 yards.
And the Eagles up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Connor. Finding room at midfield. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Rodgers to throw once more.
This one swung out here to Jones. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Rodgers now to throw.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Hey, you block over here. Yeah,
Rodgers now on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25.
That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
From the 29, Herbert. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Man, 222 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down, they'll run it here. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Philadelphia,
they finished the regular season with another win. They're 15th against just 2 losses.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Green Bay,
the loss could be an impactful one as they'll finish at 11-6 on the year.
And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card.